dual meets.
St. Thomas wins that
Side
face-off
by
there.
side here in the
Glenn
field house.
passes it to
Wisconsin
Hill.
and
Jade Hill directing some
Drexel in the
traffic here.
centerpiece in D1.
Passes it back to Opichka.
Wisconsin
to
Parkside
Glenn,
and
driving
McHenry
forward,
in D2.
trying
and
to find
Wisconsin
someone.
Lacrosse and
She's
Cornell
gonna find
College
Opichka in the corner.
in D3.
Jump shot up by
Here it is,
Opichka.
the
Goes
seventh
off the
ranked
backboard.
wrestler
Rebounded
in
by
Division I at
Pospisilova. Now it's
125
Wisconsin
pounds, Eric
time.
Barnett,
Pass to Sydney
the
Hilliard.
senior
Back
out
to
of Hortonville
Pospisilova to Hilliard.
High School here in Wisconsin.
Facing
with an
some
early
press from
takedown,
NEGAARD.
working for
Passes
the
it to
tilt.
Pospisilova to
The opponent,
Schramek.
Antonio
Back to
Menino,
LaBarbera to
a 8-5
Pospisilova,
senior
who's down
from
low.
Gateway, New Jersey, and
With
Barnett
that
is
layup
going
shot
to get
there,
the full
Julie
count
Pospisilova.
and a big lead.
Nabbing that
Opening
shot
up
for the
here for
Badgers,
the
and there are some
Badger
points on the board
125
here
pounder.
at the Kohl Center. Jade Hill now bringing
Barnett
that ball
and
up
his-
for St. Thomas. Pick set by Opichka, but she passes it to NEGAARD. Down low to Lamker. Working against Sarah Williams. Lamker under the basket, passes it out. And it's a bit of a scrum here.
Hill. Back in play.
Hilliard passes to LaBarbera to Schramek. To LaBarbera. Back to Schramek. Pass to Hilliard. To Pospisilova. Back to Hilliard, and Hilliard's going forward. Pass to Schramek. Schramek takes that shot up. No good. Going to be rebounded, though, by Sarah Williams. Wisconsin maintaining possession there, and a great layup there by Sarah Williams, working against Jordan Lamker. And now Opichka passes it to St. Thomas's Jade Hill.
Jade Hill has been great for the Tommies this season, averaging 13.5 points, as well as 4.3 assists and 3 rebounds, being the leading scorer for the Tommies.
Absolutely, and that pass by Jordan Glenn goes into LaBarbera, facing some press coverage from Jade Hill, who Ben just mentioned. LaBarbera now passes it to Hilliard, working against Jordan Glenn to Schramek. Trying to make something work here. There's a lot of press coverage going on from St. Thomas. Sarah Williams now working under the rim, falls, but passes out to Schramek to Pospisilova. Good pick set by Schramek. Pospisilova with the jump shot up, and it's no good. Off the rim, rebounded by NEGAARD. NEGAARD working against Pospisilova, passes it down low to Lamker. It's Wisconsin's ball. Hilliard passes it to LaBarbera. LaBarbera trying to make something work, working against both NEGAARD and Hill. LaBarbera down by the logo. Looks like Sarah Williams going to come and set a pick here. LaBarbera passes it to Schramek, to Williams. Williams with the layup shot, and it's no good, but near rebound there for Williams, but it's rebounded by Jordan Glenn to Jade Hill. Jade Hill using her speed there. What a play from Jade Hill, making that layup for St. Thomas. St. Thomas now has some points on the board here. LaBarbera working against Hill. Great spin move. What a move there by Avery LaBarbera. Avery LaBarbera, the graduate transfer from Harrison, New York in Westchester County, with a great shot there. Hill pass to Opichka. To Glenn. Back to Opichka. Loses that ball, working against Schramek. Some great defense being played here by Brooke Schramek. Some very good press. Finally gets the ball out. Pass to Lamker, to NEGAARD. Shot clock rounding down. Lamker working against two Badgers there. Gets the shot up though, so the shot clock resets, and there's a long three-point shot by Jade Hill. Goes off an offense here. LaBarbera working once again against Hill. Looking at that fancy dribbling there from LaBarbera to Hilliard to Pospisilova to Schramek now. Across the court to LaBarbera. LaBarbera trying to direct some traffic here. Ooh, great pass down to Williams. Can Williams finish? She can. Sarah Williams and Avery LaBarbera connecting on a beautiful two-point shot there. Wisconsin now up 8-2.
Wisconsin's done a good job so far of creating space on the floor, allowing for easy shots.
Absolutely. They've been really doing well, just directing some traffic, getting some picks here and there. But don't sleep on their defense. They've been pretty solid. As the announcer jinx hits there, Joe Langbem going to nab that point there for St. Thomas. Sydney Hilliard now passes into Pospisilova. Back to Hilliard, working against Jade Hill. Hilliard passes it to Pospisilova to Schramek. Back to Williams. Williams with the jumper. No good. It's going to be rebounded by St. Thomas. Faith Feuerbach rebounds that one for the Tommies. Jade Hill passes it over to Opichka. Slow pass to NEGAARD. NEGAARD with the long three-pointer, and it's just not even going to collect anything there. It's going to be
basketball, being prior a Division III school. Ruston's hoping to build up the culture for the Tommies and hopefully become more competitive in future seasons.
Absolutely, and we'll have a little bit more on Ruston later today during today's matchup. As
Big Ten freshman, she's led the Big Ten in scoring in 5 games this season, not Big Ten Badgers, as well as she ranks 6th in the Big Ten in blocks per game. Matt?
Absolutely, and we just missed a beautiful play there by Julie Pospisilova. But Pospisilova just doing a great job there, receiving that inbound and just getting an immediate shot up. Great connection there for Pospisilova. Opichka taking that three-point shot, and that's going to be good. So Opichka nabbing a three-pointer. Pospisilova passes it to Elu. Christina Elu in this game for the Badgers now. Back to Pospisilova. To Elu. To Hilliard. Over to LaBarbera. LaBarbera passes it to Pospisilova. To Hilliard. Pospisilova trying to create some space. Did a great job there, but that three-pointer's no good. Off the rim, rebounded by NEGAARD. Passing it over to Opichka. Using a fast-style offense, trying to keep Wisconsin on their feet. Feuerbach now. Passes it over to Langben. Tried to pass it down the corner to NEGAARD, but Feuerbach gets it back for the Tommies. Shot up, no good, but then another shot up, and there's a good shot there by Joe Langben. Pass to Elu, to Pospisilova, to Hilliard. Back to Pospisilova. St. Thomas playing pretty aggressive here, pressing on all these after points. Pospisilova with a beautiful move. You just can't stop Pospisilova. That great dribble around there by Pospisilova. Opichka, long pass to NEGAARD, barely fielded, but it's good there. Back to Hill, to NEGAARD. NEGAARD dribbling forward, passes it over to Langben. Langben trying to make something work, working against Christina Elu, but she can't. Rebounded by Elu to LaBarbera, working against Jade Hill. LaBarbera passes it to Pospisilova, to Elu. Back to Hilliard. Hilliard taking some time. You can hear Marissa Mosley telling them time, work on the time. And what a move there by Sydney Hilliard. That's ridiculous, that spin. Oh my goodness there. NEGAARD wide open though for that three-pointer. What a play by her. It's been a very fast-paced offensive game here, Ben.
It sure has. Meanwhile, I would also like to say that they've both been crashing the glass well, as both teams have 6 rebounds, and both have been good at grabbing offensive rebounds as well.
Absolutely. LU's shot there goes a little short off the backboard. Hill now passes it over to NEGAARD, who just had that three-pointer. Does she have another? No, she does not. Rebounded by Langben, working against LaBarbera, and Langben's able to put that one in there. Joe Langben, the top point scorer today for St. Thomas with 6, all of which have been layups. LaBarbera, pass to Pospisilova, to Hilliard. Working against NEGAARD, back to LaBarbera. Maybe thinking about that shot, gets a little jumper in there, but it's no good. Rebounded by Hill. Jade Hill using that speed right now. Working against Hilliard. Great pass in, attempted for Langben, however, just goes over her head, and LaBarbera gets her hands on it. Pospisilova now, pass to Elu. Elu with the little jumper. Elu makes that one. Christina Elu with their first points of the day so far, 1 of 2 from the field.
One thing I've noticed about this game, Matt, is that there have been very little turnovers on either side. St. Thomas has 3. Wisconsin's yet to commit a turnover so far this first quarter.
Absolutely. It's been a flawless game of offense for each team. They've been playing pretty well. Hill passes it over to Opichka. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Langben loses it. Hilliard gets it. Wisconsin has the ball. LaBarbera bringing it up for Wisconsin. Passes it in to Schramek, working against Langben. Passes to Elu, to LaBarbera. Taking some time. 15 seconds left on the shot clock and only 40 left in this first quarter. LaBarbera facing some press from Opichka and NEGAARD. Gets it away to Pospisilova, and the layup is going off of the underboard. That first shot is good. 7.
She shot 75% from for free throws this season.
Absolutely. Now bringing it up is Pratt on the court for the first time today for St. Thomas. Passes it over to Scalia. Glynn back to Pratt. Pratt driving forward, little jumper, that goes in. And there's 15 seconds left in this quarter. Wisconsin's got to rush down the court to make something happen. 10 seconds left. LaBarbera, long shot to Cron. Cron shot up, no good off the backboard. Pratt now bringing it up as fast as she can for St. Thomas.
And there's a foul. Who's it on?
And let's talk about the St. Thomas Tommies, Ben.
Yeah, so the St. Thomas Tommies, as previously mentioned, moved up from Division III 2 seasons ago. This is their second season in Division I. Their inaugural season, they went 7-21. However, they've been looking to improve and build on this culture.
Absolutely. Langben driving towards the basket, gets deflected by Sarah Williams. Alexis Pratt passes across court to Lanker. To Pratt. Shot clock winding down. Jump shot up.
Great block.
It is well blocked there by Lily Cron. LaBarbera now. Passes it to Cron. Cron to LU. Passes it in to Williams. Intended for Williams. Goes off her hands. Pospisilova now with the ball. Working against Lamker. Jump shot by Pospisilova. Rebounded by St. Thomas. Just goes out of the hands of Sarah Williams. Bet you wish she could have that one back. Pratt passes it over, and that three-point shot's no good. Looked like Lamker was trying to get that for St. Thomas. LaBarbera working against Pratt. Passes it to Cron, to LU, to Pospisilova. Pospisilova dribbling forward, making some space. No good. Williams trying to get a shot up. It's going to be a foul. Standout freshman for the Badgers. First one is no good.
She's been shooting 20.
That second one sails in. Wisconsin opening their lead a little bit more, 19-16, but here come the Tommies. Alexis Pratt signaling to her team, maybe trying to make something work. Over to Jordan Glynn. Passes it over to Scalia. Scalia driving forward, working against Christina Lu. Falls to the ground, and it's going to be called a travel on Scalia. Pass that into Hilliard, who's back on the court. Hilliard working against Scalia. Passes it over to Pospisilova, to Cron. Cron to Hilliard. Hilliard passes over to Pospisilova, wide open in space, but she can't nail it. Three-point shot goes off the back. Scalia passes it over to Glynn.
Almost
Great
stolen.
play, nearly stolen there by Cron, but tried to get a little bit too ambitious there. It goes wide of her. LU rebounds that. Passes it to Hilliard. Over to Williams. Sarah Williams working against Joe Langben under the hoop, but she can't get it going. It's going to be called a push on Pospisilova. Opichka passes it to Pratt. So going to work against Cron here. Pass it over to Glynn, to Opichka. They're going to try to get a fast-paced offense going here. Over to Langben. Back to Opichka. Three-point shot up by Opichka. No good. Rebounded by Langben, who has been everywhere under the basket today. And she draws.
Aggressive so far.
Absolutely. Langben set to take these three points. There comes one. Comes her second foul shot. That one's good too. Langben can do it all here today for St. Thomas. Now Hilliard, a lot of coverage here from St. Thomas, trying to put a lot of pressure here on Wisconsin.
St. Thomas, this entire game, has been trying to go with the full court press, which has worked to pretty decent results so far, as Wisconsin's only shooting 38 from the field.
Absolutely. They're intimidating Wisconsin here, and it's working well. Hilliard working against Langben, passes it out to the top of the key to LaBarbera, working against Alexis Pratt, but a great pick set there by Sarah Williams. LaBarbera across to Hilliard. Williams working against Langben to LaBarbera, taking that long three-pointer. And there it is, Avery LaBarbera nabbing that three-pointer. Her first shot of the day, her first three-pointer of the day. And there's going to be a travel on St. Thomas.
Place on the team more.
Absolutely. Sydney Hilliard's been a fan favorite for a bit now. She suffered a few injuries last year and a few injuries early on this year, but she's been great when she's been off the court. She has a great opportunity here to show out against St. Thomas. Pospisilova passes it to Schramek, and what a beautifully schemed play there by the Badgers. Started out with LaBarbera to Pospisilova to LaBarbera, back to Pospisilova to Schramek under that basket. Just what a play there by Wisconsin. Opichka working against Cron, passes it back to Pratt. Pratt working against both Hilliard and Schramek, passes it out to Hill. Shot clock numbers winding down. Hill with that shot up, and it's good. That's only Jade Hill's second shot that went in today. 4 points today for Jade Hill. Pospisilova working against Opichka. Great pass into LaBarbera, to Hilliard, to Cron. That one does not go in. You can hear the awe from the crowd here. Cron's a fan favorite here at the Kohl Center. Hill working against him. What a great play there by Cron. Oh my, under the basket. And you can see LaBarbera congratulating her. Still St. Thomas's ball. Hill being worked against by Cron. Passes it to Lamker, over to NEGAARD, who's back in the game. NEGAARD passes it to Glynn. Three-point shot, and that's good. That's the first shot and the first points of the day for Jordan Glynn for St. Thomas. Pospisilova working with Hilliard. Mosley signaling to her team here. Hilliard passes it to Pospisilova working against NEGAARD. Down to Schramek, and Schramek under the rim with the easy layup there for Wisconsin. Wisconsin trying to hold on to this lead here. They're barely holding on. 26-23. NEGAARD. Pass to Glenn. Facing some coverage from Hilliard. Down in the corner is Lamke to NEGAARD. That three-pointer goes in. It's going to be all tied up here at the Kohl Center as we still see this full-court press happening from St. Thomas.
St. Thomas has been really impressive today, shooting-wise from three, even though they're 4 for 10, and they're overall just playing really well up to their game.
And just what, that was a great play there by Jade Hill. Hill passes it over to Langben, working against Sarah Williams. Langben facing a lot of press here, but she's able to get that shot up, and now St. Thomas has taken their first lead of the day. Hilliard directing some traffic here, taking this ball up for the Badgers, working against Jade Hill. Hill and Hilliard fighting each other right now. Schramek back to Hilliard, to LaBarbera. LaBarbera, long three-point shot. That's going to go off the backboard. And there's going to be a foul against Julie Pospisilova off that rebound. And let's see if St. Thomas can continue to maintain this lead here. Hill directing some traffic. Passes it over to Feuerbach. Feuerbach working against Schramek. Shot goes up, off the rim, and a big check there from Feuerbach on LU. Ball. LaBarbera working against Hill. Pass it to Hilliard. Across court to LU. To Schramek. To Sydney Hilliard. Hilliard goes to the ground looking for that ball, but she loses it. NEGAARD now directing some traffic, using that speed here against LaBarbera. Passes it over to Feuerbach. To Langben, working against Sarah Williams. And somehow Lamker keeps possession of that ball. Great play by her. Passes it over to NEGAARD. Back to Langben. Langben with that shot. That's going to be her 12th points of the game.
It's the largest lead for the St. Thomas Tommies so far. They're currently on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes or so, and a 12-2 run over the last 3 minutes.
Absolutely. LU passes to LaBarbera. Across court, big lob to Schramek to LU. To Schramek down low to Williams. Great pass there, but that shot goes nowhere off the underside of the basket. Not often you see that one. Rebounded by St. Thomas. Jade Hill now passes it out to NEGAARD. NEGAARD with the long shot, and that goes in. And there's going to be unique to the Big Ten. Student U is part of an educational mission to teach the next generation of sports production professionals. For more information, visit big10network.com/studentu. Cron passes it across to LU. LU with that three-point shot. That goes off the back rim. Rebounded by NEGAARD. NEGAARD passes it to Hill. Hill working against LU. Great dribble behind the back there from Hill. Pass it across to Feuerbach. Now Leitzinger's in the game. Pass to Hill. Hill with the jump shot up. That's out. Off of Schramek. It's been a bit of a tough season here for her. She's hoping to make a stand here today. Pratt passes in to Langben. And they're saying that Langben was out of bounds off of that inbound. To Cron. Wisconsin's going to have to put up over 6 points to try to even this one up here. LaBarbera working against Pratt. Pick set by Schramek. LaBarbera pass across to Leitzinger. Leitzinger passes it down to Schramek. Great spin move, and it's going to be a foul.
Them to foul her as she goes to the line for 2 shots.
Absolutely. That first foul shot goes in for Brooke Schramek. That second one goes in too. So 2 crucial points there for Wisconsin. No shots from the field in for the Badgers in the last 3 minutes, 44 seconds. Inbounding this is going to be Jordan Glynn for St. Thomas. Passes it over to Opichka, to Pratt. Back to NEGAARD, to Opichka, to Glynn. Pass it in to Langben. What a pass there. Pass it over wide is Opichka. Some more points there for St. Thomas. It's been the theme of the day. They've been racking up points pretty quickly here.
Wisconsin's yet to make a field goal in the last 4:02.
Absolutely. Not what you want to do if you're Wisconsin. LU passes it to Cron, to LaBarbera. 59 seconds left in this quarter. Cron passes it out to Leitzinger. Leitzinger passes it across to LaBarbera. LaBarbera passes it across to LU. LU shot up. It goes off the underside of the rim. The second time we've seen that happen from Wisconsin. Wisconsin's in a bit of a peril right now. And it's going to be a travel there, though, on St. Thomas.
23-11 by St. Thomas. If Wisconsin's going to get back in this game, they have to do a better job about that.
Absolutely. The rebounds are going to be important here. The shots from the field are going to be important here. Hilliard standing by the logo. About 20 seconds left in the quarter, which is about the same amount that there was left on the shot clock here. She's got some time. She's going to try to drain out some time to get some more points and not let St. Thomas get any. LaBarbera. Pass to Hilliard. Shot up. And it's going to be a foul. Hilliard, the senior from Monroe, Wisconsin, with her first shot there, and it's good. That one's good as well. So St. Thomas is leading Wisconsin now 34-30. Let's see if St. Thomas can put up any more points here going into the end of the second quarter. Pass it over to Glenn. Long shot, Jordan Glenn over into a fan, and absolutely as we start the second half, it's Hilliard passing to Pospisilova. Facing a lot of coverage from NEGAARD. Passes it over to Schramek, to Hilliard. Hilliard passing it to LaBarbera, working against Jade Hill. LaBarbera passes it over to Hilliard. Down to Sarah Williams. Loses that ball. Opichka passes it to Hill. Jade Hill passes to Opichka. Back to Hill. Pick set by Langben. Opichka, or Hill passes it over to NEGAARD. Gets denied there, though. Here comes LaBarbera. Back to Pospisilova. Passes it over to Hilliard, to Williams. Back to Hilliard. Pick set by Williams. Hilliard driving forward, loses that ball. Weird kind of pass that didn't really work out for the Badgers there. Trying to recover that ball is Schramek. And
so far for both sides, just trying to make their shots. Wisconsin and St. Thomas have yet to make a basket this second half.
Absolutely. Jade Hill working against LaBarbera. Passes it over to Langben. Joe Langben with that layup. Langben now quietly has 14 points on the day so far for St. Thomas. Pospisilova to Schramek to Hilliard to LaBarbera. But Schramek can't get that one. There's a
Thomas has the lead, is them out rebounding. They currently are beating Wisconsin in second chance points 11-5. It's just been proven trouble for Wisconsin to get those offensive rebounds as there's a shot.
long three there by Maggie NEGAARD. Great play there by the senior from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, nabbing that three, widening this lead for St. Thomas. Wisconsin looking to answer. LaBarbera passes to Hilliard, to Schramek, to Williams. Williams with the short little jumper goes off the backboard, rebounded by Opichka, passes it over to Hill. Hill and Hilliard facing off each other. NEGAARD with the ball, passes back to Hill. Hill signaling to her team, trying to direct some traffic here. Langben at the three-point line. Passes it down to Opichka, but she loses that one. Bet you wish she could have that one back. Passes it over to LaBarbera. Facing a lot of full court press here from St. Thomas. It's something they employed in the first half. It was highly successful. They're doing it still. LaBarbera passes it down to Pospisilova. Jumper, no good. But Pospisilova gets it right back, and LaBarbera is able to get it away to Cron. A long three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Hilliard. That's going to be a foul. Sydney Hilliard drawing that foul right. Absolutely, Sydney Hilliard. That first free throw is going to be no good. And that one is good. Wisconsin now at 31, but St. Thomas still 39.
St. Thomas has been expanding on this halftime lead so far this second half, as Wisconsin still struggled to make it in the net.
Absolutely. Langben working against Schramek. Pass it over to Hill. Hill, jumper, no good off the rim, but what a play there by Lamke. Directs it over to Langben, and now Hill has the ball right back at the top of the key.
Langben's been really impressive so far, shooting 6 for 8 for 14 points. She's been clearly the star of the game so far.
Absolutely. Langben leading St. Thomas in points and rebounds, as there's a little jumper, no good, but Lamke's able to get it back. NEGAARD again. Three-pointer, no good. Rebounded again by Langben. No good. Langben rebounds it again, loses it, and what a play there by Joe Langben.
Two in just that play alone. She's been unstoppable so far, I tell you.
Absolutely. Here comes Jade Hill. Hill working against Pospisilova. 3 personal fouls on the day so far. Hill shot up. First one's good. She sinks it in. 4 free throws. Second one goes in. So here it is. It's a 10-point lead for St. Thomas now, 41-31.
Largest of the day.
Absolutely. This is not what the Badgers wanted whatsoever. Leitzinger back in the game for the Badgers. A lot of full court press. Pressure from Fjorbach. Leitzinger's going to bring this one up for Wisconsin. Passes it to LaBarbera. LaBarbera over to Schramek. Schramek jumper.
No good.
And I have no idea why I'm just getting that ball back right now.
Wisconsin has yet to make a field goal since 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter. This has been an absolute struggle for Wisconsin so far.
Absolutely. It's been a calamity for Wisconsin's offense, but let's see if they can recover. LaBarbera using her speed here and her shiftiness. Passes it down into Williams. Williams draws that foul. Doesn't get the shot in, but
5% from the field in the third quarter has not been much better, shooting 0.
Absolutely. Williams sinking that free throw. Now 2 of... Sinks that one too. So Wisconsin once again within 10. The issue is they really haven't been able to pick up the pace here. Pratt. Pass it over to NEGAARD. To Opichka. Back to NEGAARD. Or against Schramek. Passes it down into Pratt. Back to NEGAARD. NEGAARD may be thinking about a three-point shot. Gets a pick from Langben. NEGAARD Little shot up there. No good, though, and just able to rebound it is LaBarbera. Good play by her. LaBarbera passes it over to Cron, to Williams in a lot of space. Passes it back to Cron, to LaBarbera. To Schramek. Schramek trying to get some press in. She draws a foul right there.
Is to try and generate points through fouls. Being aggressive, driving to the paint, and while they've been successful, they haven't made any shots.
So far this game, but the thing is, it's not sustainable in the very end. It's not going to be something where when you get later in a game and you have a lead, you're going to be less likely to foul someone, obviously, due to the stoppage on the clock and the stoppage in play. So Wisconsin's really got to start to generate some space here and generate some points leading up to the fourth quarter. Pratt, big pass into Opichka to Pratt. Back to Opichka. Passes into Glenn. Back out to Opichka. Opichka driving forward. Loses it. Passes it to Langben. Great play. But that goes not in. Rebounded by Cron. And here comes LaBarbera. LaBarbera uses some great dribbling. Here comes Leitzinger. Pick set by Schramek. Leitzinger passes it to LaBarbera. Down into Williams. Williams in the paint, but she loses it, and that's going to be another sloppy play from the Badgers. Pratt passes it to NEGAARD. NEGAARD in space. No good. Rebounded by...
Joe Langben's been on fire today, both defensively and offensively. She's had 14 points so far, her career high, as well as 7 rebounds, 4 of them offensive rebounds. She's been clearly the main X factor in why St. Thomas has built up this lead.
Absolutely. Jade Hill driving forward towards the basket, and there's another rebound from Langben, who we just talked about.
She can't be stopped.
Absolutely. Unstoppable Joe Langben here for the St. Thomas Tommies. Langben with the ball now. Passes it to Hill. Langben setting that pick. Hill passes it over to NEGAARD. Over to Opichka. Opichka three-point shot, but it's off. Lily Cron rebounds it.
St. Thomas has also been struggling to shoot the ball this quarter, going 0 for their last 9 and not in a scoring drought the last almost 3 minutes now.
Absolutely. LaBarbera facing a lot of coverage from Hill. Passes it across to Cron, to Leitzinger. Back to Cron. There's a pick set by Sarah Williams, but it doesn't do much. Leitzinger maybe thinking about that three-point shot, doesn't do it. Gets that shot up, and there you go. Natalie Leitzinger, first points of the day. Wisconsin needs to mount an offensive comeback here to make some sort of comeback here in this game. Jade Hill now facing against Cron. NEGAARD in some space, three-point shot up, and that's good. NEGAARD's been very impressive today for St. Thomas. 4 3-pointers, 4 of 8 from the three-point line. LaBarbera facing coverage from Hill. Marissa Mosley signaling her team. She wants to direct some traffic here, but just a bit of a sloppy turnover there by LaBarbera. Here comes NEGAARD. NEGAARD, oh, what a pass. It doesn't get much better than that. NEGAARD dump past it. Coming back, here's Hilliard for Wisconsin, hoping to maintain some sort of offensive comeback. Down 9 points here. Leitzinger, long pass to Pospisilova to Hilliard. Facing off some coverage against her from Jade Hill. Pass it over to Cron. Cron passes out to Leitzinger. Into Pospisilova. To Hilliard. Loses that one, pass to Leitzinger. Back to Pospisilova. Long three-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Langben.
Wisconsin's only made 1 3-point attempt so far out of 12 shots so far.
Absolutely. Here's a bit of a breakaway for Lily Cron. Cron trying to take this one up herself. She loses it, and here comes for Lily Cron. First one sails in. Good shot. That second one sails in as well. 2 points today for Lily Cron, both of them on free throws. Pratt working against Pospisilova to NEGAARD. To Langben. Langben. Good play there by Lily Cron. But she's St. Thomas players today. Really just been trying to play steals, and, you know, she's been doing well on them. But the thing is, she's also been missing a few of them, and that's led to some points here. So Cron's got to be a little bit more composed here in her defensive outing. Losing the ball, Langben passes. No idea how she got that one back. That one to NEGAARD. Glenn now, great spin move down to Opichka. Opichka gets that shot up. It's no good, and it's going to be a shot.
Wisconsin needs to start getting more space in the offensive zone if they want to make more shots.
Absolutely, and in a crucial home game for Wisconsin, they really need to start generating some points and some offense here. Pospíšilova gets some space there. That shot's good, and that's exactly what you want, Ben.
Exactly.
Pratt now bringing the ball up against Hilliard. Passes it to NEGAARD. Back to Opichka, facing some press from Pospíšilova. To Langben, passes it across to NEGAARD to Opichka, across to NEGAARD. NEGAARD maybe trying to get some space to get a three-pointer. She has 4 on the day so far. Can she get another? But it's Glynn taking that three-point shot, and it's no good. Off the backboard, rebounded by Leitzinger, and here comes Julie Pospíšilova. Working against Pratt, passes it across to Leitzinger, to Hilliard. And they're going to call that one. That first shot goes in, so Brooke Schrammick putting up a point there. 5 of 5.
Wisconsin's only made 2 field goals in the last 15 or so minutes of gameplay, but they're only down by 3. Those free throws are keeping them in this game, Matt.
Absolutely. So those 2 free throws are made there by Brooke Schrammick.
16 of 18 from 3 throws today for Wisconsin.
Oh my goodness, look at the speed there from Pratt, drawing all the coverage, and now Glynn with an opportunity. Pass it over to Langben. Langben soaring over Ronnie Porter, and what a play there for her.
That breaks her career high for Langben.
Porter working against Pratt. 3 seconds left. Let's see if Cron can get something up. She does, and there you go, Lily Cron.
Back into this game has been St. Thomas's turnovers. Wisconsin 17 points off of St. Thomas turnovers. They can't allow that, and they can't keep letting that happen, which has let Wisconsin back.
Jade Hill, her second of the day, and once again it's another miscue from St. Thomas, letting Wisconsin kind of creep back into this one. Cron passes it to Leitzinger, across to Hilliard. Back to Pospíšilova. Thought about shooting that three-pointer, but she didn't. She drove forward, and maybe that was a better decision because she nabbed that one. Now 1 down, Wisconsin. Hill facing some coverage from Hilliard. Hill passes it to NEGAARD. Passes it over to Lamker, to NEGAARD. NEGAARD trying to generate some space here, but she can't with some coverage from Cron and Pospíšilova. Now Hill back at the top of the key, being guarded by Leitzinger. Facing coverage from Cron, it's Hill, and a great play there by Pospíšilova, but it looks like it's going today. She's immediately getting taken out there. If she draws one more, of course, she's done for the day. Glynn inbounds it to Hill. Passes it to NEGAARD. To Lamke. Passes it back to NEGAARD. To Langben. Langben loses that one. She's arguing her case to the referee, but she doesn't get it. The goal or a three-pointer here, and they are above St. Thomas. Let's see what they can do. Cron to Leitzinger. To Hilliard. Hilliard to LaBarbera. Down the corner to Cron. Cron three-point shot. No good. Rebounded there by Hilliard. Maybe another opportunity for Cron. Nope. Passes out to LaBarbera. LaBarbera directing some traffic, slowing it down. They're going to try to scheme Cron open, but here comes Schrammick over to Cron. Cron some space. It's going to be a crucial travel there for Cron. Lamke passes it into Hill. St. Thomas going to try to increase their lead a little bit. Passes it over to Langben, to Glynn. Glynn to Hill. Passes it over to Lamke, to NEGAARD, to Glynn. Glynn driving forward, passes it over to NEGAARD, to Glynn, to Lamke, trying to make something happen. Passes it out to Glynn. Shot clock grinding down. Let's see what they can do. Shot goes up, and it's no good.
Is because St. Thomas has sort of abandoned their press. I say that as they're pressing now, but what made them so successful in the first half was their relentless press on Wisconsin, and they've seemed to abandon that this half.
Absolutely. Hilliard working against Glynn. And NEGAARD Pass it over to LaBarbera. To Schramek, to Leitzinger, to Cron in space. Bang! There we go! Lily Cron, three-point shot. And Wisconsin has retaken the league. A pop at the Kohl Center, unlike no one. The Kohl Center went crazy. The Wisconsin Badgers sideline went crazy. Even student manager Jacob Thurber went crazy. Jade Hill passes it over to Langben. Now Hill passes it back to Feuerbach. To Opichka. And let's see if St. Thomas can manage a comeback here. NEGAARD. Passes it over to Langben. Langben trying to get a shot up, and she's going to draw a foul. So that's actually crucial. Hill
Outstanding, and she keeps giving Wisconsin fits.
Absolutely. Langben's been doing so well today. Now 19 points on the day so far. St. Thomas once again in the lead, 51-50. Let's see if Wisconsin can do anything to answer. Cron trying to scheme herself open. Loses that ball, but has a great play right there. Leitzinger tries to get up, but there's going to be a foul drawn. Leitzinger now, because those two have been the stars today for St. Thomas. Shot goes up by Leitzinger, and that's going to be made. So that Leitzinger's second free throw. That one also goes in.
St. Thomas has been in trouble so far. They have 14 personal fouls so far this game. You can't have that happen if you want to win.
Absolutely. They need to tame down those fouls, especially as the clock begins to tick down. Hill working against Cron. Over to Langben. Over to Hill. Hill driving forward. That shot goes up. No good. Langben can't rebound it. A huge pop from the crowd here. Leitzinger passes it over to LaBarbera. Wide open. How'd she get that open? Bang! Avery LaBarbera. Great three-point shot there. And now Wisconsin ahead by 4, 55-51. Can St. Thomas answer? Jade Hill passes it over to NEGAARD. NEGAARD trying to scheme herself open. She can't. Bounces it into Langben. So Hilliard goes off there. Back on comes Pospisilova. Pospisilova, 4 fouls on the day. Suns to try to distract Joe Langben. And it works. However, getting the ball right back is St. Thomas. A bit of a miscue there. It's a personal foul there on Brooke Schramek, actually. Jade Hill passes this one in to Langben, facing a lot of press from Pospisilova. Passes it back to Hill with press from Pospisilova. Opichka to Hill. Hill, that shot's up, that shot's in. Here come the Tommies, coming right back, 55-53. Now within 1 field goal to tie it up. LaBarbera, facing press from Hill. Leitzinger. Leitzinger passes it out to LaBarbera. LaBarbera jumper, no good, and she's being held there. And players on the court today at risk of going out with 1 more foul. LaBarbera passes it to Schramek. Schramek to Pospisilova. To LaBarbera. You can see Cron trying to scheme herself open. She's been lethal from the 3-point line. LaBarbera jumper in. There you go. LaBarbera widening this lead for Wisconsin. 57-53 now. Good shot by her. NEGAARD passed it in to Langben. Langben works against Schramek, and that's an error.
With 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal.
Absolutely. Pospisilova working against NEGAARD. Passes it into LaBarbera. Over to Leitzinger to Cron. Let's see what Cron tries to do here. Cron hit that game-leading 3-pointer, and here comes another! Off the rim, rebounded by Langben. Now Hill using her speed. Oh, what a great play by her. Great dribble. Maggie NEGAARD. That shot goes up and in. Oh my goodness, a back and forth game here between these two. Maggie NEGAARD, great play by her. Now it's 57-56. LaBarbera facing coverage from Hill. Picks up by Schramek. Trying to make something happen. Oh my goodness, you don't see that often. behind the opponent's back. Great play by LaBarbera, and Schrammick finishes it with the layup. My goodness.
That was an amazing. They reached around for the assist. It was with like a no look.
Here we go, in space, LaBarbera in. Oh, offensive showing between both teams in the fourth quarter.
I know. For most of the second and third quarter, it was a defensive, gritty slugfest. A lot of personal fouls, a lot of bumping and grinding. But now it's like everything's opened up and the guns are out and they're just making it. Both teams on fire. As there's another make by Langben. She's been absolutely stupendous today.
Langben, 21 points on the day so far. Pospíšlová jumping over Langben. Pospíšlová turned to Langben and said, "Who do you think you are? I am." Nabbing that one right there for the Badgers. Good play by her. Pratt facing off coverage from Leitzinger to NEGAARD. Maybe thinking about a long three, decides against it. Pass it back to Pratt. Pratt with the long three. No good, off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Leitzinger. What a play by her. To Pospíšlová. Pospíšlová to Leitzinger. Thinks about a shot, doesn't do it. Back to Pospíšlová, and they're going to kill some clock here. LaBarbera. Pass it over to Schrammick. Schrammick wide open. Bang. There we go. Good three-point shot by Schrammick.
Schrammick's having a game to herself. She has 15 points. She's leading the team in scoring, as well as shooting 4 from 6 from the field.
Pratt passes it in to Langben, but she loses it. Going to the ground, it's a huge miscue. Oh, goodness, a bit of a scary play there. That's going to be a foul on LaBarbera. Pratt with their first shot, and it's good. Pratt only 1 of 1 now from the free throw line. Second shot is in, and that's good. So now the deficit has been tightened a little bit, Ben. 60-66. What can St. Thomas do here to put up some points and come back here?
The biggest thing is to stop this Wisconsin offense that's gotten hot. Wisconsin's made 4 of their last 4. They need to play more aggressive like they're doing right now with this on-the-ball press D. It's worked earlier, and if, they can get some turnovers, they can get back into this game.
Absolutely. Hilliard really just dribbling circles around the whole team right now, trying to just kill some clock. Hilliard passes to Pospíšlová, to Williams, to Hilliard. To Williams at the buzzer, no good. Off the backboard, rebounded by Opichka. Here come back
Sarah
the
Williams
Tommies.
just took a tumble.
NEGAARD. Shot goes up for Opichka, no good. Rebounded by Pospíšlová, and now LaBarbera going to use some time here, slow it down. LaBarbera. Good play there. Got it off of Pospíšlová. Trying to maintain this lead. Only 1 minute, 21 seconds left of regulation. Schrammick to LaBarbera. Pick set by Leitzinger. Gets some space. Jump shot up. No good. And a good play there by Leitzinger. Wisconsin's obviously going to try to kill some clock here. Long pass over to Pospíšlová. Pass it back into Schrammick. Schrammick dribbling forward. Goes to the ground, taking that foul for her team. And Schrammick. First shot up, and it's in. 60. Second shot off the back. So here come the Tommies now. Hill. They got to make something happen here. Only a minute left. NEGAARD signaling to her team, we need you to get around. We need you to get open. Glenn, pass back, and what a play! Hilliard going up, drawing a foul. What a play there by Sydney. Now going to take some foul shots here. 3 of 4 today. That one's no good. And it's in. Wisconsin now leading 68-60. Timeout called instantly by St. Thomas's coach Ruth Sin. We will be back after this. Welcome back to the Kohl Center. Wisconsin leading St. Thomas 68-60. Only 50.8 seconds left in this matchup. It has been a dynamic, absolutely insane fourth quarter, Ben.
Oh, absolutely. If St. Thomas has any hope of getting back into this, they need to rely on their stronger three-point shooting. They've been shooting 37% tonight, 7-19. They need to improve that if they have any shot at getting back into this game.
Absolutely. NEGAARD passes it over to Hill. Hill passes it to Opichka. And there's a bit of an errant pass, but NEGAARD's able to field it. 40 seconds now. The time is draining out of this matchup. Hill trying to drive forward and put something up. She can't. A behind-the-back shot. No good off the rip.
Maybe try and aim for a rebound play so that they can keep possession, because Wisconsin's been shooting lights out from the free throw line. You do not want to have...
There by Jade Hill. That second free throw is good as well. And another timeout called, this time by Wisconsin. Ben, 68-62. If you're St. Thomas and you have 30 seconds left, who are you going to get a three-pointer here?
Oh, I would definitely go with NEGAARD. She's been shooting 5 for 10 from 3 points. She's been just as good as Langben in terms of getting points on the board for St. Thomas. It's crucial that you could get the ball into her hands if you want to get back into this game, Matt.
Absolutely. Wisconsin's going to have to maintain this defensive stand here. 6 points ahead right now. Obviously 2 3-pointers, and that goes away really fast. With 33 seconds left, can Wisconsin come back? It will be answered right here, right now, live on Big Ten Plus.
Crowd's electric here at the Kohl Center right now. They can sense a victory coming for the Badgers if they can hold on.
Absolutely. Pospisilova passes it in to Schramek. Instantly fouled by NEGAARD. Takes these free throws. We just got to talk about quickly about, you did say the fan atmosphere has been crazy here at the Kohl Center. And Marissa Mosley has done such, and just making this place electric once again. Schramek making that other free throw. Schramek now 70-62. 32 seconds left in the game and the fourth. NEGAARD passes it in to Hill. Back to NEGAARD. To Hill. Over to Glynn to NEGAARD. NEGAARD's got to put something up to Hill. The time is running out for St. Thomas. Pick set by Lenke. Jump shot made. Hill. Good play there. 16 seconds left on the clock. Leitzinger passes it in to LaBarbera. And there's going to be a foul on NEGAARD. St. Thomas doing their best to slow things down. First shot made.
LaBarbera with 13 points, going 5 for 9 from the field so far. Proved to be indispensable for the Badgers.
Good shot there from LaBarbera. Here we go. Time is running out. 10 seconds left. 9. Jump shot by Hill. No good. Rebounded. NEGAARD trying to put something up. But it's going to be not enough, as there it is. The Wisconsin Badgers completing it.